Welcome back to the podcast. We are here October 10th. This is the breakdown of week 5 Draftkings lineup. I got it pulled up here. This is the Millie Maker if you guys are interested in this contest. If you have the bankroll to handle this type of contest, this is pretty much you're throwing money right here because the pay scale is all the way at the top and is structured for you to win big. And there's over 230 entries in here, 230,000 entries. So it is not made for you to profit. You'd have to really get a lot of things right. You got to have pretty much your core correct. You just can't be just throwing in random lineups. You have to have a core if you're really wanted to go far in this tournament, unless you really that lucky, and that's slim to none. Okay, but we're going to break down this week 5. We have a lot of changes here going on with this COVID-19. Some games being postponed to Monday and Tuesday. So this is a little bit of a smaller slate than usual. Right now we got 12 games. But we're going to start off with the quarterback position. And I'm going off matchups here. Purely off matchups. And I think this is a great game stack as well. This Carolina and Atlanta game right here. The quarterback I really like is going to be Teddy Bridgewater. What he's done so far is pretty much a surprise. These first 4 weeks has been very exceptional quarterback. This week 4 that just passed Arizona, he happened to finally get over 20 DK points. He got close to it in week 1 against the Raiders. Week 4, this is more up-tempo pace, and Arizona Cardinals defense is not good at all. The 2 weeks prior, he had to face the Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is a reason why he only had 14 in both of those games. But things opened up against the Cardinals and now against Atlanta Falcons, who's a putrid defense. We already seen him against the Green Bay Packers this past Monday night. And now he gets a little, he gets to salivate and go to the next level here. Hopefully he'll repeat this performance that he just did against the Cardinals. I have the Atlanta Falcons right here with a pass defense at 31st overall. They have an okay run defense, but it's just the fact that they give so many yards to opposing quarterbacks. That's the reason why most teams just score them on that, and they'll probably ice the game later with their running back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Next quarterback we're going to go into. So, like I said, I really like the Carolina stack. If you have Teddy Bridgewater, a dude that has, and it hurts my heart, Robbie Anderson has done such a great job with the Carolina Panthers so far after he left the New York Jets. And now he's pretty much the number one, which I could not believe, the fact that he's putting up these kind of numbers and targets. But a lot of people do not remember that Teddy Bridgewater in Carolina and Robbie Anderson were teammates with the New York Jets. Okay, they were teammates. They had a great connection then. They have an even better connection now. And the fact that the coach for the Carolina Panthers is Matt Rule, which is the former coach of Robbie Anderson in college, there's another connection here. Probably based this offense focusing on his abilities, probably giving him more routes, which he has now. As you can see, these targets 11, 10. He's kind of surpassing DJ Moore now. So if you want to go with Robbie Anderson, by all means you can. But I think this should be a DJ Moore week, finally getting him in the end zone. He does not have a touchdown yet this year. This guy is an elite route runner, has the capabilities to be a number one. He is a number one to me, but this year is just really funky with Teddy Bridgewater at the helm. He showed potential in week 2 with 8 catches, 13 targets, 120 yards, no touchdowns. I see him getting in that end zone this week at that wide receiver position. And in this game, you want to bring it back with a wide receiver as well. Julio Jones is trending towards being out, so I'm going all in on Calvin Ridley. He had a poor performance last Monday with 5 targets, 0 catches. This is a prime bounce back spot at 7,500. A lot of people that are just box score watchers are going to see this. and think that the Atlanta Falcons suck and Matt Ryan is done. But this is a situation where he can take advantage of this. The Carolina Panthers don't have the same pass rush as the Green Bay Packers, nowhere near. And there was some miscommunications between these two on Monday that won't happen this week. I think Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley get back clicking, and they destroy the Carolina Panthers. I think they win as well. I think Atlanta finally gets a win against the Panthers. This aerial attack that they have is on another level. Even without Julio Jones, Matt Ryan still has the talent to do it. All right, and that's going to be that stack for the game. You can either choose Matt Ryan or Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater at least brings you some rushing upside. Okay, and if you wanted to go with a number 2 for the Atlanta Falcons, actually, I might go running back because the fact that this run defense is so bad. They got Gurley for a reason. I understand he hasn't looked great, but as long as he's getting these goal line touches, the possibility is there. And this is one of the worst run defenses in the league. I got the Carolina Panthers currently right now. If you look at Football Outsiders, I got them at let me find it. Carolina. Okay. I got them 25th against the rush. So that is another plus for Todd Gurley, and they got him, according to DraftKings, they're 21st. So it depends which what DVOA you look at, but it's either or. It's a win-win situation for Todd Gurley. And then another decent play is Mike Davis here. You're getting you pay what, $10K for Christian McCaffrey. And now you get Mike Davis, who's getting the same exact work for McCaffrey. Mike Davis is only 6,400. He's almost a lock for me just because I see all these touches. He's getting 16 to 13 rushing attempts. He's getting 9 to 6 targets already per game. This dude is like just switching, putting him in instead of McCaffrey. He's getting the same amount of work, not the same amount of production because McCaffrey's on a whole nother level. But the catches are there. The rushing attempts are there. He is the number 1 currently in Carolina, and that is a steal to have. Okay, and that's my first stack that I have for today. Let's go to the next one that I like to focus on. And we're going to move on later to the 1 o'clock games. The next stack I have is the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right here, this is a prime spot for Deshaun Watson to bounce back and for this Houston Texans team to get their first win. They're firing a Bill O'Brien. I know they got a whole lot of stats like, teams tend to lose after they, lose their coach. Like, no, this is a different situation. Every situation is different, okay? This team is playing below its expectations. This team is better than the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you have all this talent on the offensive side. It's going to it's way better than the Jacksonville Jaguars have on defense. They have nothing on defense. Maybe Miles Jack, okay, and Henderson has been a okay corner, but he's still a rookie. Deshaun Watson should torch this defense. And if you want to find someone to connect with him, it's going to be Will the Thrill. He is now the number 1 on this offense since DeAndre Hopkins has left. And he's put up stellar performances. Besides week 2, it was an anomaly. 0 catches, 0 targets. I don't know what happened in that game, but he bounces back. You saw what he did against KC. You saw what he did against the Pittsburgh. And then the Vikings game was a nice little coming out party. Almost had 2 TDs, 6 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Will Fuller is an outstanding play this week in any lineup. You don't even have to have a stack. Throw Will Fuller in there, and he's only 6,600. Okay? And should I do it? Thinking about it, debating about it. David Johnson, maybe, because there's not really a number 2 wide receiver that's really emerging. Randall Cobb has been a little more consistent. I like David Johnson out the backfield as well. He's getting some catching opportunity and is getting rushes up at around like 15. But the number 2 wide receiver, is it Cobb's been okay? Let's see. Kyle would be the guy if I wanted to choose it, but I'm kind of staying away now. I'm really focusing on Deshaun Watson, David Johnson, and Will Fuller. And what I want to bring that back with is either DJ Shark right here at the wide receiver spot. You saw what he did last week. Had a little bit of a slow start to the season. Finally came on. Finally got its. No, he already had a touchdown. Week 1, excuse me. He had 2 touchdowns against Cincinnati. A very prime performance. And then the guy who you want, who's getting all the touches, is going to be James Robinson, who's taken over for Leonard Fournette. Clearly, they are not missing Leonard Fournette. This guy has showed some potential. Um, almost over 4 yards per carry. He's getting receiving yardage as well and catches. This guy is a 3-down back. James Robinson is the guy to get in this offense at 6,700. He's a little bit priced up. I think you get Mike Davis a little bit cheaper. All right. And that's going to be the second stat that I'm going to focus on. Last but not least, actually, I think I got 2 more. We're going to do 2 more. Yeah, we're going to do 2 more. The next one is going to be KC Chiefs are going up against the LA Raiders. And this one, I'm really focusing on. Let me take out Jacksonville and Houston. This one, after the poor performance of Patrick Mahomes he had, it's a little more high priced, okay? So you're going to have to find lower level tiered wide receivers or a flex. It's going to be straight Mahomes, and we're going straight to Tyreek Hill. He has not had a breakout week yet. Kelsey, we can get in here as well. He finally went out a week without a touchdown. He usually gets a touchdown every week. I think we can. It's going to get pricey, like I said. I think you can pull it off, though. But if you can get Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Kelsey, I think that should be good enough. The Raiders' run D is pretty bad, so you're going to have to choose, okay? You're going to have to either focus on Mahomes and Hill or Mahomes and Kelsey and then throw in Clyde Edwards-Helaire because I think this team is going to blow out the Raiders. There's no competition here at all. I'm going to put in Edwards-Helaire right there and take Kelsey. You can still probably pull it off. With 4,400 left. You get a cheap defense, and it's going to get close. And then who I want to bring it back with is going to be Josh Jacobs. The way to slow down this offense is with the running game. Josh Jacobs is that guy to have. He is a workhorse back. He's going to get receptions. He's going to get rushes. Even if it's a blowout, Josh Jacobs is going to be on the field. John Gruden knows that. All right, this is a very good pass defense. You saw what they did against the New England Patriots. The only really guy I'm keying in on is going to be Josh Jacobs. And then if not, Waller is going to be a huge key in this game. If they can get him the ball just to compete with the Chiefs, because this should be an absolute blowout. And look, we still have enough. 3,300. It's going to be ugly. If you get a cheap defense, if you take these 2 guys off and go all the way to the bottom, no, that's going to be high. It's going to be like Texans against. That might be a little bit better and you figure it out, but you're going to have to make some decisions here, okay? But the main guys I want to focus on for this KC stack is going to be Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, all right? And then the last game I really, really like this week for week 5 is going to be the Giants against the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have literally the worst defense in the league. And you can either start it either side you want. Dak Prescott is going to be a little bit more pricey, but he has tons and tons of upside. But you have to find value. So I think this can be the game that Daniel Jones bounced back from just because of the fact that this defense is so bad. I'm not touching any running backs from the New York Giants. I'm going to go with Slayton right here at wide receiver because he is the number one. He has game-breaking speed and catchability. for this Giants team. He gets the targets each and every game. It's just that if the Giants line can block enough so he can connect with Darius Slayton, Daniel Jones has rushing upside. And then the next guy who I really, really love, the main tight end play I have, besides the top 2 tier guys like Kittle or who else it is, or Kittle or Ertz or whoever, top tier Waller, is going to be Evan Ingram. He's got 10 targets last week. She's just waiting to break out. Dallas is notorious defense being bad against tight ends. Evan Ingram is just waiting to break out. I think this is the week you get him at a nice cheap price at $4,600. This is way below his regular salary. He should be a 6K tight end. He could be near 6K by the end of the year or mid-season. Evan Ingram, I like a lot. I might have him as a 100% lock in every single lineup. And then you want to bring that back. This is where you get the expensive guys. This is where you get Amari Cooper. I don't think they have – they have Bradbury. But Cooper and the routes that he runs, I don't think Bradbury is going to be able to stop that on a consistent basis. Cooper should be able to get his. And then there's a toss-up between CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, if you want another wide receiver from this game, because this is going to be jam-packed, full of points on both sides. CeeDee Lamb had a great game last week with 25.2. If you like to follow trends, Gallup could be the guy this week, okay, with Bradbury on the number 1, CeeDee Lamb in the slot. Michael Gallup is going to be the other outside guy on the other side, and I like him in this matchup against the New York Giants. You saw the potential against Seattle, 28.8. He can definitely replicate that this week. And since you went so cheap there, you can also get Ezekiel Elliott. He is going to be the guy in the red zone that's going to get the carries. And this is not going to be a blowout. Okay, this is going to be a close competitive game. I think so. This is an in-division matchup. Both the teams pretty much kind of suck. Cowboys have more talent on offense. That's why I think they're going to win. And they have more. That's why all these guys are more high priced. But that's why I wanted you to get Daniel Jones, because he's cheaper. So you can pay up for these pass catchers and the running backs. All right. And Zeke is going to get you 20. You want that 30 performance. He still hasn't gone over 100 yards rushing. It can happen in this game. And that's the final stack that we have this week for week 5. All right, guys. Please focus on these stacks. Correlation is key in these tournaments, especially in a tournament like the $1 Million Maker. Week in and week out, correlated lineups win. If you saw last week, it was Dallas Cowboys and the Browns combo with Dak Prescott, Odell Beckham, and Amari Cooper. That was the core, and they built around that, and that got you to first place. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. Thank you guys, and peace out.